Alright, greetings once again. Looking at some velocity stacks. Just trying on here for shits and giggles. These actually had them little air filters on there. These actually flow a hell of a lot better than those little small air filters. But the thing is, these are street mode. They got the foam and these fucking things in them, so they're actual filters. So them ain't the best way to fly. But you can take all that shit out and just run the fucking stack. And that's actually better than nothing at all. You might actually pick up a few horsepower. Them are probably 30 years old or so. I used to have the old gold anodized Moroso stacks on a 327 with a tunnelram I had back in the day. But them fucking things are impossible to find. And if you do, they want crazy money for them. But I'm still looking for some. But the old spun aluminum types are cool too, like Mr. Gasket and shit. I think these are Mr. Gasket, but they got the lip on them here. The full race versions are just fucking smooth all the way up. There's no way to put a filter in there. They're just race only. I'm looking for a pair of them to stick on this shit when I do run it. But these would be good for the street. And if you want your shit to stick up out of the hood, you want a reason to cut a hole in your hood, they'll stand it on up there. Person could throw a couple of 2-inch spacers under them carburetors and them big fucking stacks. And shit'll be up to the top of the damn windshield. Or halfway anyway. But put it in a truck. My old C10 out there, that fucker. The engine compartment on them things. I got a Super Victor single plane with a 2-inch spacer and a 4-inch filter on it, and it still got room. So they pretty good size engine compartment. But an old Camaro or something, shit would never fit. Definitely gonna have to make some clearance. So I ain't decided which ride I'm gonna put this in. It'll be one of them. Might be a couple of them. I changed my mind a lot. This be a good running fucking engine. Got your 1 7/8 Schoenfeld headers. Big fat bastards. 3.5-inch collector. Those are BPE heads. They've been modified. Well, there's the fucking classic velocity stacks. They're always cool. So take them filters out and they flow pretty good. But if you're gonna drive around just cruising and shit, it'd be a good idea to keep the filters in there. Here's something else. I like to buy new old stock whenever possible. And people are brainwashed to think everything fucking new is better than everything old, but in the world of cars and hot rods and shit, that don't always hold true. There's some old shit that they only wish they still made products of that quality. Most modern shit's junk by comparison. Here's a pretty cool old relic I just picked up. Here's an example of new old stock. This is from 1980. These were popular back in the 70s and early 80s and shit on drag cars. This one probably hung on the wall in some speed shop for years, and place shut down and all the inventory went into storage, and somebody probably ended up with the shit years later and selling it all on eBay. But this is a brand new 45-year-old timing pointer. The bitch about these things, they ain't made them in years. When they last made them, they were anodized blue. But back in the 70s and 80s, they were gold. People are selling these fucking things for $200. You know, when they quit making these motherfuckers, they were like $20. And now you buy a new old stock example for $150, $200. I got a deal on this one because the package is shitty, but I don't give a fuck because I'm actually gonna use it. I think I paid like $75 for this thing. It's open. It's brand new old shit. Moroso timing pointer. You fucking attach this to your intake where the distributor goes. It's .062 thick, so you gotta take that into account. You gotta, like your fucking distributor gear and your oil pump drive shaft needs to be engaged in the distributor as much as possible, and then your tooth contact on your distributor gear to your cam, you don't want that to be too fucking loose, like the distributor too high. You end up fucking wiping the fucking distributor gear out on the fucking cam and the distributor. So it's 62 thousandths thick. So best thing to do is take whatever distributor you're going to use and take it apart and chuck it up in a lathe and take about 60 thousandths off the base of it where it mounts to the intake, and then just run a regular, just silicone this, drill a couple of holes and put some flush mount screws to hold it in place, and then run a regular distributor gasket, and your distance will be correct. But depending on how much your block's been decked, your heads are milled, all that shit can make a difference, your intake. So you gotta, best thing would be use it on an adjustable collar, a slip collar distributor. But back in them days, I don't even think slip collar distributors existed, so people just fucking made them work. They'd take about 60 thousandths off the intake, like right here. Just mill 60 thousandths off that, and then attach this plate to it. way you can get it to fit. Something like that. And you put this on your distributor. You set your timing, like a baseline timing, say 32 degrees or something. And then you put this on your distributor. Set it at 0. Then you can just fucking loosen up your distributor. And if you want to advance it or retard it, you can do it without a timing light. You just look at your needle there and see where it's fucking riding. If you feel the need to experiment with your timing, like at the track or something, and you don't want to put a light on it, and you can snug a distributor down tight enough where it'll stay in place, but you can still fucking move it. So actually you can set that up and not need no tools, just grab it and twist it till advance it or retard it however much you feel you need to. This cool old school 70s race car shit. Not many people use them these days. Not many people ever even seen them. But they bring in, I looked at a few of them, they range like $150, $200 typically. This one was, I think they wanted $100, their best offer. I offered them $75 and they took it. So it's mine now. But that's new old stock, 45 years old, but it's brand new. You can tell the old shit. There's no fucking barcodes on the package. There's just an address back when Moroso was in Gulford, Connecticut. Dick Moroso was still alive. That's where he's from. But there's no barcodes. There's no www.moroso.com. It's just, there's your fucking 90-day warranty. You can mail in. Everything was by mail back then. This is 45-year-old. Fucking package is rough, but I'm not putting the package on my intake, so who gives a fuck? But I like to buy as much of that old shit as I can get my hands on. Kind of collect this shit if it's not obvious. Kind of a collector of old school racing engines and parts and bullshit. I got tons of this shit. But shit like that made my day. Just a little fucking overpriced piece of aluminum. But it's kind of like the thrill of the hunt too. Unless you're trying to build period correct shit, which I'll probably end up putting that on that 327 there. Because I'm going to build that period correct for like late 70s modified production or super stock type build. But everything on it's going to be late 70s pretty much. Those heads are hogged out 292 turbo heads over the counter. They're bad motherfuckers. They're 290 plus CFM, 225 on the exhaust. Got a port matched strip dominator, Holley intake. They got the 300-110. That's your modern version. Tell your old ones, they still had that little boss there left over from back when they had a fitting. They eliminated that. These got a little taller, but the intakes are pretty similar. That's the Keith Dorton. That's what they call that fucking thing. The Keith Dorton Holley single plane. He's a pretty smart dude. He designed that intake with the engineers at Holley, I guess. But it's a pretty badass piece. It basically looks like an old strip dominator. It's about an inch taller. But externally it looks similar. I like these strip dominators. This was on here too. There's an old one. Them fuckers, they work. I've had good luck with them for many years. Put them on many an engine. But a lot of these old strip dominators and shit I bought them. I got a few of them I've bought that were brand new from the 70s. For example, this one here has never been used. I got the box, the original box it came in. It was brand new, 1976. I had it mocked up on the engine, but it's a brand new 1976 fucking intake. This is my Gene Fulton modified strip dominator. It's pretty fucking serious. A lot of work done to that bastard. It's a good one. I like Holley intakes. They make pretty good shit. Dart makes good intakes also. New plastic filter. That's modern. But them valve covers, them were mid 1980s. So there's more old shit. These valve covers here, like from 72. 455 Olds jet bolt from about 72. They're pretty fucking old. Pretty rare. Those are fairly modern. And these old Morosos here, they straight out of the fucking late 70s. That air cleaner is too. It's authentic old shit. This whole engine, I'm gonna build it with all old shit, but it's gonna make a shitload of horsepower. Them old modified production engines, they boogie. There's a Edelbrog Victor, an old one. That's a good one too. It's port matched to 1206, perfect. There it is, new old stock Moroso timing pointer.